Thank you. I'd like to call the meeting to order at 6:03. And you all get your agendas in front of you. So the next thing I'm going to do is roll call. John Cody, absent. Excused absence. John Crawford here. Evan Campbell here.
Here.
Abner Danforth.
Yeah.
Michelle Anderson.
Here.
Heidi Wheaton.
Here.
Look at that.
Abstain.
Abstained. Thomas Malcolm abstained.
I'm not here.
No. Just in spirit.
As a board member.
That's right. The acceptance of minutes, we'll have them on the next meeting for the last three, including this one. So we'll have those. Any old business? None, right? That I can recall.
You want to add to your agenda? We need to add a line to your agenda.
Oh, yeah, for the,
We need to determine dates for March and April
yeah,
because the council is going to be having workshops.
fiscal year end. Fiscal year end.
Next year's budget.
Yeah.
So the next 2 months, the Thursdays that we would have been using will be, they'll be in. So
Is just the Thursday not available right now? Like,
just the Thursday,
so you could do the Wednesday before instead, possibly, if that.
whatever you guys want to, yeah. just
What
let me
about-
know. So I can look, I brought my calendar to make sure.
Because right now it's every third every third Thursday.
Third
right?
Thursday.
So if
I
we
wanna
do
s-
the third
that-
Wednesday.
That
is-
works great because it's in between the council, but because of this.
These first next 2 months is what,
So just be thinking about that. Before we get done.
Well, Wednesday,
Unless you want to go right now.
that's fine.
no, we can do it now for the, if everybody's okay with the Wednesdays for the next 2 months.
Just do every
The
third
third
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Every third Wednesday.
yeah.
Third Wednesday of the month.
Okay, so it'll be the 18th of March. It'll be the 15th of April.
I won't be here for April.
And then May will go back to the 21st.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Which day in April? I'm sorry.
15.
15th, okay. Oh, tax day.
All right, in front of us, we, under new business, we've got our site or our application for site plan review. And this is for Crystal and, is it Jeremy? Not Jeremy, John, I'm sorry. Paul Nice, I'm sorry. Paul Nice and Crystal Nice. And they live at 15 Alpine Drive. And if you're not familiar with that, it's right up by the water tower. He's got the corner lot. And if you look at your stuff earlier, you'd have seen that right where it is. They're coming in front of us tonight to they filled out an application for an in-home salon. And we, Tom went up and I rode by and looked at where the parking situation was going to be, which I thought would be, I think, the biggest obstacle they'd have to apply by. And it turns out they got plenty of room. And it's not going to be anything that's like 10 people a day or anything like that, correct?
Just myself.
But you're going to have, well, how many customers a day do you think you'll have?
Oh gosh, probably I'll only be open 2 days a week and maybe
Oh,
a
okay.
matter of like 8. I take full primary care of my grandparents and they live with us. That's my main job right now. And I just need something to do what clients I have
Yeah.
right now in my home legally. And that's what I'm looking to do, is just do what I can while I can.
Oh, well,
And
thank
then
you
work
for that.
around my grandparents' schedules, because my grandfather has cancer. And so I'm pretty busy with him and I'm really busy with my grandmother.
Do you have thoughts of possibly expanding later or doing? more
No, and
later?
if I did expand, it wouldn't be in home, it would be in an actual
So it's
place.
just you cutting, you
Just
doing the salon work
myself.
with no, not
Yep.
somebody else. So the
No,
most you would have for customers at a time would possibly be two if they're coming and going at the same time.
oh,
Like if you
two,
had an
maybe
appointment.
2 or 4. Usually they're mostly colors, and so 2 a day is enough.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
because like I said, I have to work around them.
right.
So I have certain times that I can do it, and then that way I work around their schedule.
I
They
have
keep me
one,
very
Tom.
busy.
Sorry.
They keep me very busy.
Yeah, I imagine. I have a question for Tom. I can't remember what it says in the code book. You mentioned about parking. What is the requirements for, is it off-street parking, 2 places?
They have to have at least, not counting their own vehicles, room for at least 2 off-street parking. There's no on-street parking allowed at all.
Right, and you have that. I tried to look in the picture.
Yeah,
It looked like maybe you had 2 driveways.
we do. We have
Okay.
a front, the front entrance is where his father usually goes through, and then our back entrance, and it's a pretty long driveway.
That's where you're gonna be doing the salon.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So usually him and I will park both of our vehicles, usually up past the entrance down to the basement.
And there's
And
still
then-
room for a
And there's
couple
still
more
at least
cars in there.
4 cars can pick, maybe even 8, because at Christmas time, all the kids park in we have enough room.
Awesome.
So,
When I went up by, I noticed that Paul had done, had plowed out the lawn there too,
Sorry,
on that back driveway, so there's room for, there's 8 or 10 cars there.
oh yeah, we
There's
do.
no problem as far as parking goes. And, not in here, but just so you know, I did contact Public Works and see if he had any issues. And his only issue is the same thing, on street parking, and I said, there won't be any, and he said, I'm fine.
Now, just for those of you who know too, I mean, that have been involved in this town for a while, that was usually off limits for business, just like Morgan Lane. But after Great Northern was done and Arcatardon ended up with the land, that certain particular part of that is gone, correct?
The leases still say that you cannot sublet, you cannot rent, you cannot do any of that on their land, on those particular lots. Arcatardon has told us, because we talked to them extensively before we did short-term rental, and they are not gonna uphold that in the deed anymore. They don't feel that they need that. That was Great Northern's whole and Great Northern, but then they're not, so.
So it
Makes sense
doesn't,
when the mill was there.
Doesn't apply.
it doesn't apply because they're looking to run a salon. They're not looking
This
to rent
particular
anything. They're not
business,
looking
yeah.
to this situation.
Yeah,
Okay.
this particular one, yeah.
This one is, as a home occupancy, allowed there with site plan review. And as many of you will know, there used to be one right around the corner from them. There's been a couple other ones too throughout the development, so. And they were actually run as businesses.
I'm assuming there's some sort of criteria as far as amount of space she has to have, as far as emergency exits, all that.
Everything will be, yes, everything will meet life safety code. We've talked about that.
Because I did look over the plan. I was a little confused with it myself. I
Sorry.
just kind of wanted to make, no, it's fine. I just why I want to talk
That's why we
to
do
you
this.
and make sure we
That's
do
why I came
understand.
tonight.
Exactly. So we know that what you're setting up is going to be safe and everything.
And not only that, I have to also abide by the state of
Your license.
cosmetology
Yep.
code.
Yeah, your license.
So I also have to go with the code with him, and I also have to go with code with the state of cosmetology rules as well. So, which it will be definitely all set.
Just curious, do they inspect it themselves? Do they come?
They
and inspect?
do, if they find an issue with the code enforcement. Usually if they are all right with the code enforcement, because a lot of it's the same kind of,
Kind of unilateral.
right,
Yeah.
then they will. They don't usually very often, but sometimes they do. Sometimes it's random. After you've even had a business, they just show up. You don't get a warning.
No notice, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's
So
good.
you always have to, and their biggest thing is sanitation.
Yep.
Which is huge. And of course, everything has to be, a licensed electrician, a licensed plumber. It has to be
I
licensed.
did see that. That's good. Yeah, you definitely have to
Yes.
have licensed people
Yes.
working on it. Yeah.
And,
Great.
and those are in there, they've already got contractors that they're gonna use.
I also
They're
have
all
to have,
listed.
sorry, I
Oh,
also
good.
have to have a salon insurance, which is for the year. So that covers anything that happens with the salon, or if they, hopefully no one ever does, but if anyone was to fall, it covers all of that too. Everything has to be all legal and up to snuff.
And same thing, I'm assuming. I mean, you're maintaining another section of driveway. You gotta make sure there's no ice that's sanded.
Exactly.
It's, if someone wipes out.
Yeah.
Want to make sure you're covered.
Mhm.
So the only thing you're gonna have left to do is certificate of occupancy?
No, when they start the project, they'll get permits to do what they gotta do and I'll go up and look at the project itself. And then when they do get it completed, we'll do a certificate of occupancy. And that's what she was talking about with the state.
That's right. yeah.
That's what they've been doing lately. The state just gets hold of me and if I will sign off, then they're good. I have, as she's said, I have had them do some spot checks, but we've never had an issue, so.
Okay. Anybody get any questions for the nicest? Aaron, you look awful concerned there, buddy.
No, well, no, I know there are some people that is against having businesses up in the new development. I've run into that in the past.
Yeah,
But I've thought a lot about that. In fact, when my kids were growing up, back way back, 70s and 80s, Vicky's had a store there in the development, which we made use of very, it was very helpful to us. I've been tossing it over in my mind what my position should be. And I'm really against stopping, putting up any roadblocks to people who want to work and want to have a business, want to do something. This, I think we have to be careful and look at each business individually.
Yeah.
And some I don't think fits in the development, but this, I don't see an issue with this one. I've closely looked at the 16, 17 steps criteria, and my only real concern was that any of those kind of pointed out was one we've already talked about, was parking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I really don't see any issues there. So,
And you're not gonna be doing any signage of any kind?
No, we did have a couple of neighbors ask us about that, and I don't
Yeah.
need extra people coming in right now. I just need to do what I've got for clients that are willing to travel. I've been a hairstylist for 28 years this year in September. And I've had, I worked there in Lincoln all those 28 years until recently I married him. And the clients that are willing to come and travel,
Wow, that's great.
then, that's basically what I've got. So
Can you
it's
do
not
anything
gonna
with
be,
this?
I sure can. Straight razor that.
you worked in Lincoln, you said?
I did, yeah.
May I ask who, where?
I worked at High Performance and I worked at Transitions, and I also worked in Orno for a little spell for a salon there. decided 2 salons at one
Good
time
for
is
you,
too
good
much.
for you.
Yeah.
Heidi, Michelle, anything?
Yeah, I have one question. Are you gonna be handicap accessible?
We are looking into that, so I want it to be handicap accessible, because I do have a few clients that have walkers. So my main goal is to do that, but we also have to find out what we are allowed to do. So, currently, it is not, but we also haven't built anything either, so, but my plan is to, I'm hoping to have an egress, walkway in. But money is also another topic that, we have to cross as well. So there is such a thing that I've been looking up too, is they're called board steps or what, box steps.
Box steps.
Sorry, yeah, box steps. The box steps, they're really long, they're wide, but they're also big enough so you can put a walker down and you can walk down easily and safely.
Yeah, stackable.
So that's the other option, because I have been, a big worry about that.
That is
as
AD
well.
compliant too, ADA compliant.
Right.
Just before we go down this road, that's not required.
That was my next question, is
Okay,
if they were
because-
required. to be
Because of
handicap
what
accessible.
they're doing and the amount of money, you have to come to a certain threshold before you have to,
And the
Make
amount of
it
customers too, so.
correct.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I have no questions because I asked mine before the meeting.
we, just for your information, it's in here, but I sent out 25 letters to abutting neighbors, that's within 300 feet. Heard back from no one. Did have one lady call me also about the signage. And her only concern was if there was gonna be a big sign on the front lawn, and I said, no, there is not. They don't plan on having any kind of sign. But that was the only, other than that, I haven't had any responses at all.
Have you talked to all your neighbors? Or a lot of them?
We have talked to a couple of them. The Merrills were one of them. And
Warren and Fay Merrill messaged me, 'cause I do their driveway. He just wanted to know if we were gonna have a big sign out there, and I said, no, we're not gonna have any sign at all.
That's a pretty common question.
Dave DeWitt, and I've talked to them, but he's excited for it. So he's gonna walk up and get his haircut, but, but no, most of the ones that are around us don't have an issue, because they're not gonna be sitting parking on the side of the road. There's plenty of parking in a driveway. So, and there won't be, it isn't like it's a full salon that has 6 to 10 people working either. It's myself. So if you think about it, most colors run 3 hours. So you're looking at maybe 2 people in a day, depending on if you do haircuts, colors, perms, depending on what I do for a schedule.
Would you be able, now you said a color takes 3 hours.
3 to
So-
4.
So is there any downtime with that, where you'd have a situation where maybe you have somebody sitting in color and you could be doing a haircut or two?
You can, but I don't really like to do that.
Okay,
I have done it in the past, like sometimes, like either might bring a kid with them or their husband comes and I might cut their hair in between. But if I did, it's only, you're looking at maybe 35 to 40 minutes process time. That's only enough time to do a haircut.
Right.
You can't really throw in another color or, anything like that. That's beyond me. 15 years ago, I would have been all about it, but not now.
I guess that's really my only concern, like I think it's a great idea, I'm for it. My concern is kind of like what I guess has already been brought up as far as how busy is it really gonna be, because it is a residential area.
Yeah.
And is it gonna look like a business, or is it gonna still look like a house as
No,
far
it's
as like
gonna look
signs
like a
and
house,
things?
honestly.
So I'm for it as long as it sticks to your initial plan.
Mhm.
No signage, small clientele, couple few days a week. Like I'm for that, but if it was gonna be like you're open 9 to 6 or something, Monday through Friday, or I know my daughter's doing cosmetology, they work Tuesday through Saturday,
Yeah,
you know?
no, I
If you're,
used
if
to
you're
do
cranking
that.
constantly, then in residential area, I kind of have a
Right,
problem with that.
no, I used to work 5 days a week. I can't do that anymore. My body,
We
one
had
doesn't
breakfast
allow
today.
me.
Sorry.
Breakfast at 8 for our grandparents, they eat at 12:30.
Yeah,
You
we're
have
on a
other-
very
you have other
strict,
responsibilities.
I have a very strict schedule with them. They have me running about 12
Plus my
hours.
father's-
You're working around,
No
taking care
crankiness
of
needed.
them.
Yeah,
My father's health is failing too, so.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta remember, she's got Gene there too.
and he is,
Yeah.
he's.
He can help.
Yeah, I'll give them to anybody that wants them.
But I mean, I have to cook a lot. I do a lot of laundry. I do a lot of cleaning. I take care of the bottom and the top of the house.
So it
and-
limits you, like you said, basically maybe a couple of days.
Yeah,
If
that's
that.
all I have time. Right now, currently, I'm traveling the houses because I didn't want to take up working somewhere else. I don't have time right now to do that, and I need something flexible. And that's the most flexible
This is
and
gonna save
best
you
way
traveling.
for me. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The traveling stinks.
Takes a lot of extra time out of
It takes a lot of time and I have to pack all my bags. I have to carry them. I have to bring everything with me. It's a lot of work, a lot of time.
My daughter's got a whole toolbox at school for
Yeah.
hair stuff, so yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Full bag.
yeah, well, like Saturday, I have 3 people, so I have to have everything has to be planned out because I can't go in the back room and go get what I need. I have to have it with me. It's a pain in the rear end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Anything else from you? You got anything, Tom, other than,
No, yeah, like I say, everything is good. I don't have any issues whatsoever, so.
okay.
You don't plan to turn it into a department store,
No, no, gosh, no.
She'd be your first customer. Um, I guess we might as well vote on it now. And if nobody has a problem for it, all in favor?
No, you
Second. Oh, make
need
the
a motion and a second, and
Yeah,
then vote.
I'll
please.
motion it.
Okay. Second it? Okay. Motion by Heidi, second by John. All in favor?
Motion by Heidi. Second by Joe.
Good. Secondly opposed.
I just like to add for Crystal that I have a lot of respect for what you are doing,
Oh, thank you.
and God bless you.
Thank you. Well, my grandmother's my favorite person, so.
Well, that helps.
And I don't want her in a nursing home. And my grandparents been married 70 years and I don't want to separate them. So this is the way to keep them
I
together.
appreciate that.
Well, we all do.
Awesome,
Thank you.
awesome.
I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you. It's a lot, but
It is.
Oh, I think that was an easy one.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Before we depart, is there anything you want to talk about for upcoming stuff?
Well, I've got a couple of things in the works, and you're good, thank you.
Yeah,
We're
you can
good to
leave-
go?
You can leave
Thank
anytime you
you.
like.
I'll
Thank
be
you
in
very
contact,
much.
thank you, okay?
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Good luck.
I've got a couple of things in the pipeline. We've got a group that's looking at the old Lamson Funeral Home.
Oh,
Uh,
I didn't think that would ever go.
and there's some things that have to, that it has to have a site plan review. There's no way of getting around it. And they don't want to do that, but we don't have a choice. That's
It's been
what,
closed too long,
that's-
right?
when, yeah.
Well,
You know, and it is a different use. I mean, it's not a lot, but I think we're gonna get through all these things. They just need to do that and the changes they want to make. And then I've got a couple of other small things going. If you've probably noticed a sign on Penobscot Avenue. We have a dental hygienist on Penobscot Avenue. It's gonna be right down here on the corner.
further block, yeah.
Yeah, that's being gotten ready right now with hopes of opening by the 1st of March. I don't see that requiring anything. I'll be able to just okay that. Good news, we've heard from Penquist that they have acquired their funding and that they have picked a contractor. And Wabanaki, I'm just waiting to hear on
Start date.
who the contractor is. I don't have the contractor yet. In ongoing projects, the hospital is looking like the second week of March. We'll be doing the final inspection on that. to get that section open, and then they'll start doing
The old
the
section.
renovations to the old section, which is still all in the plan that you approved. Arcadon building is getting ready to finish phase one, so they'll be looking at going to phase two. And there's a lot of other smaller things in the pipeline, but
What is phase two?
I'm sorry.
What's phase two?
I haven't gotten phase two yet. They haven't given me phase one was to get the new wall out back, get it all rewired,
Put in
get
the wall and the elevator.
new windows and lighting and insulation. So, and that project will go like that. That's driven by funding, so it'll go by phases. Had the gentleman call that has bought the old campground down on Medway Road. And they have divided that out. He bought the campground as far as he bought where the main building is and where the Urics were. The other lots have all been sold or are being sold. So he's only gonna run, it's gonna be a lot smaller.
You're talking about
facility.
river drivers,
No, I'm talking about,
the airport cabins?
no, Boatman's Bar and Grill,
Yeah, the old river drivers. Okay, no, that was on the other side. You're right.
Wabanaki
Boatman's Bar
owns,
and Grill, yeah.
right.
It's always been rafting. I think they used to do
Yeah,
rafting.
Three
down there and
Rivers
stuff
and
in
then,
that corner.
Yeah, there's been numerous companies in there. Jumping Raft was the one that did the most with it when they had it, but as you know, all the Preble subdivision has been sold. All
Every
those
lot?
lots have been sold.
Oh,
And there's been minor development so far. Nobody's really built anything yet, but they're starting to put roads in and start to clear some land and
Nice.
in case you're asked, that is, as you all know, that is the town of Millinocket. The town of Millinocket now encompasses all the way down halfway across Adobe flowage.
that's right.
So that's all under our ordinances, our preview.
The lots that are gonna be developed, the Preble lots you talked about, I'm assuming if they put in driveways and things, they still have to have a driveway permit, correct?
They still have to have a driveway permit.
Yeah.
They have
They're
to-
not- If they're gonna build a driveway, they still have to have a driveway permit to get in and cut and whatever they're gonna.
Correct. And if it's gonna come on to our road, which is Medway Road, or Hasbro Road. Hasbro Road is a private road, but they still gotta have permits to put driveways in. And most of them have. I mean, not all of them have put them in yet, but quite a few have already started clearing or at least putting a driveway in so they could get in to start clearing.
Nice. Things are moving good.
What's happening with the airport?
That's out of my purview. That's a FAA, all their licensing and everything is done through FAA. And that's moving forward, but I don't keep track of everything. I know that doing some cutting and I think they're doing the runway this year.
We're gonna be having a presentation.
Yeah.
Are you?
Okay. You got anything else?
No, I don't know what we'll have on the docket for March or April yet. But with what I've got brewing, we should have something for those meetings coming up. Just so you know, we have still not issued a subdivision plan for Arcadon. You have approved it with restrictions, and restrictions have not been met.
You can it was just a street names.
So until those are met, we will not issue the subdivision plan to the state.
And which land is that?
In the mill lot.
That's the mill property. They're subdividing a couple of lots up there for businesses.
Got the biofuel plant
And I
that's
also
ready to
need
go.
the minutes from our meeting, so. But just, that's still pending right now.
Hopefully next month we'll be a lot further ahead.
Well, I know that there's a company that wants to do their site plan review now. They can't do their site plan until the official subdivision has been done, so. But just so you're all aware of what's happening, in case you hear anything on the street.
Okay.
We're working with them and we'll move forward as fast as they want to move.
All right. Anybody from the board? Anything? We're all good? Ladies?
I want to talk to you after the meeting for a second, if that's okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Nice.
Everybody's good?
That's it.
Second,
Who seconded it?
Average. second.
Havern.
Ever.
All right, all in favor? Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.